Mr. Chairman, thank you. I welcome all the nominees and look forward to their testimony. I want to particularly express my appreciation for the service of Mr. Hoenig at the Kansas City Federal Reserve, and I know he will be introduced by his proud home state senators. Only until recently did I discover that Mr. Hoenig was not a Kansan, and it is his one chink that I can find in fault that poor discretion was made on his part some years ago. But it is one of the few things at the moment that Kansans and Missourians agree upon is the tremendous service that Mr. Hoenig has provided the Federal Reserve. And I'm pleased that Ms. McCaskill and Mr. Blunt are here in support of their home state nominee. Mr. Hoenig has been a friend and an advisor of mine for several years now, and I've always appreciated his frank and honest advice and suggestions. He is highly regarded in our state and in our region, and the role at FDIC is a significant one, and significant issues to be resolved now that Dodd-Frank is being implemented. Questions such as how do you restrict a bank from becoming systemically significant such that its failure will cause significant problems to the entire economy? How should policymakers wind down a large financial institution without exposing taxpayers to loss? And one that's especially important to me, how do we make certain that the benefits of community banking in rural America are preserved in light of the ever-increasing regulatory burden? And Tom has spent his professional life pursuing answers to those questions, and it's always appealing to me that while his positions have been thoughtful, they've not always been popular. And to me, that shows the sign of significant intellectual capabilities in analyzing not for the crowd at the moment, but for what's in the long-term best interests of our country. And we as elected officials could learn something from that role model. I received a letter from one of Mr. Hoenig's friends, Michael Haverty of Kansas City, in which he was supporting this nomination. And I would ask that it be included in the record, but in Mr. Haverty's letter, he praises Tom for, quote, being honest, open, and dedicated to doing the right thing, even when it's difficult. And that's exactly the kind of nominees and those that we will confirm, the officials that we need in this country. And I welcome all of you and encourage you to pursue that same kind of reputation that Mr. Hoenig has in his current position. And I thank the Chairman. Ask for unanimous consent to include the letter in the record.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.